Hello, today I have for your enjoyment or your irritation or your complete non-interest a Leonardo Momento Zero Grande, which is a special limited edition. This was part 2 of my treat to myself for annual bonus. If you watched my Momento Magico video, I mentioned it that my treat was in 2 parts. This was the second part. So we have outer sleeve of box, big box. I'm gonna have to zoom this out, aren't I? Remind me tissue. Yeah, sorry about that. Workspace, you know what I mean? Or ink drying space. Then you've got a box which, not sure which way around it actually. No, other way. So it's a plain box, so I didn't know which way around it was. You've got your guarantee, your leaflet, your history and all of that. You've got your pen sleeve and your little medallion, nice little pen strap, its little bed, nice feel there, soft feel, leather-esque kind of thing. And a bottle of Leonardo ink, in this case black. Box done. Then we have the pen. So it's a Leonardo Momento Zero Galeria, which I thought was gorgeous looking, and in the flesh the looks of this did not disappoint at all. So yeah, it was in the special edition section of the Leonardo website, a bit reduced actually, and I had my eye on it for a little bit, so I was quite happy to pick that up at a little bit discounted. So let's take a closer look. I'm going to try this one just with the desk as the background. If there's anyone who's actually watching my videos has any opinion on what sort of background they would like or what works better, let me know, and I will try and take that feedback on board. Anyway, Leonardo Momento Zero Grande with your pointed finials. So this one's with ruthenium plated or coated trim, which I'm a sucker for the kind of dark chrome ruthenium colour. So that's on the clip and cap band and various furnitures. You got your Leonardo clip, which is nice and springy with your little wheel, and screw cap unscrews in just under one, I think. Yeah, just under one rotation, which is nice. And then you get a look at, in this case, a number 8 sized titanium nib, broad in this case, and nice juicy big ebonite feed, which is very nice. So I'd not tried the titanium nibs, so I thought that was a nice opportunity. I've seen some good things, read some good things, but I'll come back to that. Excuse the washing machine in the background, you know, what can you do? I'm out of pants, do you know what I mean? I need to wash them. Anyway, so you've got your cap threads there, which are not sharp. They are nicely comfortable if you have your fingers around there, but the section's a nice size. I've got medium to large hands, and I'm maybe just touching those threads, but I don't feel that at all. There's a bit of a step down there, but it's quite far back, and it's not drastic, it's not tragic. You're not going to fall off a cliff there. It's quite nice. You got your band on there for a bit of extra softness in transition, and the newer style section with the flare out as opposed to the older milk bottle where it came down a little bit in the middle there. But I love this resin. It's just something a little bit different about it. Really like it. So the cap threads are triple threaded, so you can get that a little closer to lining up in certain areas, whatever you choose. And then you've just got Leonardo, Italy on the back of the cap there. Leonardo do tend to number a lot of their pens, whether they're limited edition or not, or just standard edition. They are individually numbered. I can't see one on here at all. Just the Leonardo, Italy there. It's your older style Momento Zero, I suppose, so it's not got the ink window as opposed to the newer 2.0 Momento Zeros, which have an ink window there, but it is a piston filler and with the 1.5mm ink capacity as stated on the box. Quick size comparison. Usual Lamy Safari. Don't fight, lads. Calm down. And you have a Jinhao X159. Moonman P136. Do you need any more? Nah. You get the idea. Measurements. All approximate. Limited accuracy on measuring tools. Capped 155, uncapped 142, posted, does post. Always forget to do this before I get to the measurement part, don't I? So it does post quite well there, but you are looking at a large pen then. It doesn't back weight it or anything, stays reasonably balanced, but it's long. So posted 176. Capped weight is 34 gram. It is inked at the minute, so give it a gram or so, gram and a half, whatever, give and take. I'm aware these don't add up, so I've only got the nearest gram on the scales, so there's going to be some points in there somewhere. Shut up and carry on, Dan. Okay. Uncapped 20 grams, capped 12 grams, barrel 15 mil up at your widest points, then tapering down to 12 at the end, and the section is much of a muchness. So you got like 13 up here, just tapering down slightly to 12 and then flaring back out. Happy with that? Excellent. Shall we see how it writes? Do my usual little tiny bit of fiddling. See how we go. So here we have Momento 0 Grande with not a handwriting competition, is it? With a titanium number 8 broad nib. Ink in here is Diamine Eau de Nil. Just as a sidebar, my wife hates this ink. Not so much hates the ink as she hates the fact, as she says, it's not Eau de Nil. It's an entirely different colour. I don't know. Just, what do you think? Am I right? I don't know. I don't even have an opinion. Is she right? Is she wrong? Anyone willing to call out my wife on being wrong? Answers on a postcard. Anyway. Sorry, I'll try and stick on point. So the feedback and the texture of this titanium nib is beautiful. It's just a smooth, pencil-like feedback. As you can see, the flow's really nice and wet. However, it's the start of a couple of issues we'll see there. But plenty wet. Lovely on first impressions. Let's try it quickly. And keeps up there, as I say, nice and wet. You've got that nice big Ebonite feed, keeping up with that there. Reverse. Okay, brings it down to, well, easily an extra fine, I suppose. Does keep going relatively smooth. It's not bad if you wanted to do that. The broad on this puts down a 0.8mm line, and it is a bit soft, so not flex, but it's soft. You can get a bit out of that. I clocked it at 1.2mm with what I was willing to push it to, so you can get that up to, I suppose, a double broad. Right, so did you see that hard start there? But you can get a bit of line variation out of that, should you so wish, if you're a bit careful. Not a flex nib, but it's soft. So, I don't know if you saw there. Won't do it now. But I do get, hang on. Let's see if I can write and talk at the same time for the sake of this. So if I was sitting idly at night, I don't know, watching a bit of sci-fi, see, this is typically going to sort itself out now after like a month. Right, see that? Yeah, so I do get quite a bit of hard starts off of this nib. If I'm writing for longer periods, obviously, look, typically has performed very well there, and I'd love it to keep doing that, but as you see there, I have been sitting writing and I've hard started entire letters. So looking at the nib under a loop, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bit of a gap at the bottom between the tines, so it's not misaligned, but I think it's called canyoning, just where it's kind of like that at the bottom. I'm going to exaggerate it, but the flow, the ink doesn't get touching the page if you've got just like that. So I have kind of pinched this, your wings, ever so gently, just try and move that in the right direction. So it's a bit better than it was. So sometimes it's okay, but then sometimes a little skip, hard start there again. There you go. Sometimes I can miss entire letters off the start of words. It's a bit annoying if you're just sitting journaling or whatever else. It's just that reliability for that. So what do I like? What do I not like? See if we can. So look, I love the resin. I think it's gorgeous. There's a great polishing job on here. It's just the weight of it as well. It feels like a nice, thick, substantial quality resin. And lovely on the hand. It's really smooth, well polished, as I say. I love the ruthenium trims. That's kind of my taste. Works really well with this, I think. I like that cap band. So, I mean, aesthetically, basically, I love it. And tactile and everything like that. Section's comfortable. I mean, I used to find the old milk bottle sections pretty comfortable. And I was a little bit dubious as to whether I'd like the new ones, but I love them. That is really very comfortable. When it writes, the feedback and flow of this nib is fantastic. It's so smooth, wet. Flow keeps up well. The only reason I can see that it hard starts and whatnot is that little gap there at the nibbage. Top of the tines, I think it's canyoning. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. As I say, it's kind of, rather than the balls of the tipping meeting like that, it just opened up a little bit downwards that way. So again, I'm going to get someone to have a look at that, who is more proficient than I am, because I don't want to screw it up completely. But when it does write, it's beautiful. I think that actually makes it far more frustrating that I do get all those hard starts and stuff, because I just don't use it as much as I want to. Like when I'm in flow, it's lovely, but I don't want it hard starting every 3 seconds and missing a letter off the word and having to go back and do it again. And that brings me to the only dislike really is that nib inconsistency. I love everything else about it, so that's a bit of an annoyance. And again, it's just, I mean, I picked this up for €320 minus the VAT, so chuck another whatever 20% on that as well. It's just the QC, and it's disappointing because I hear and I've seen and etc. Good consistent quality from Leonardo nibs, so that is disappointing. And if you've watched my Momento Magico video, basically I bought these two together and they both got nib issues. So it does put you off a little bit, I must say. But as I said before, there's bigger problems in the world, and you can get nib issues fixed. I just feel like you shouldn't have to, especially up at this price point. I hope you enjoyed. Take it easy. I'll see you next time. Bye.